Hello and welcome to today's Sunday stretch with EmBODY WELL. I hope you are having a wonderful day, evening, whenever you're doing this, and that you are ready to give your body a little love. So with that, let's go ahead and stand with our feet about hip width apart. Stand nice and tall. If you like, close your eyes. Just feel what's going on in your body. Become aware of what's going on in your body. Do a scan of your body from your head to your toes. Just look for any places that might need some extra attention. What we're going to do is we're going to give love to those spaces with our breath. Inhaling in through the nose, feeling the lungs expand. If you like, you can put your hands there on your rib cage. Feel that rib cage expand, feel the belly expand all the way down towards the diaphragm. And then breathe out again through the nose. Inhale. Feel that rib cage expand. Remember those lungs, that rib cage is intentionally there to protect the lungs, but also they're flexible to give the lungs space. Exhale. Feel them collapse. Feel the ribs pulling. One more time. Exhale. And relax. Arms down by the sides. Shoulders relaxed. Let's go ahead and turn our head towards the side. Chin looking to step on top of that shoulder. Twist past where you think you can go, but keep those shoulders square to the front. And then the other side. With simple movements like this, switch sides, that actually counteract your stress mechanism, removing tension from the head, neck, and shoulders, where stress can creep in. Other side. And now let's bring the chin down and up. Up. Take your time. Really feel what's going on as the neck is stretching, when your head is forward and the back. Feel that stretch all the way down into that upper back, that cervical thoracic spine. And then back. And again, nothing else should be moving but the hip. We're really flexing in this neck area, and everything else, shoulders, stay stable. And then bring the chin down to the chest one more time. And this time, let's go ahead and follow it up with that upper back. So let the upper back come forward, shoulders hunch forward. And then the middle back. Again, you're doing it vertebrae by vertebrae. So that was from the top. So now that lumbar spine is coming forward. You're dropping forward from the hips, nice and slow. Try to really go through the floor and then roll up the same way you came. So the legs nice and strong. Pelvis under. Vertebrae stack from the bottom to the top. Stand up nice and tall. Get there. Make sure you're breathing. We're going to do it one more time. Chin, shoulders, middle, lower, from the hips, dropping, slow. Up, slow, hips, lower, middle, upper, shoulders, head. All right. Now we're going to ear to the shoulder. So just let it drop. Feel the stretch on the other side. Let the body breathe. Yeah, think about your whole body breathing, kind of moving with the flow of the breath. And then the other side, again, counteracting stress, which puts tension, closure in the neck and shoulder. We're opening it up. That's why you want to make sure you're breathing, doing that recovery breathing, that anti-stress breathing. Just letting the head, the weight of the head, pull the neck open further. And now come on over. Let's do what we did with the front, and we're going to let the shoulders come on over. And up. So start with the head first, and then the shoulders, and the upper torso. You have to create some stabilization with that core to really let things fall without letting everything go. And up. And now we're going to do the head, the shoulders, and then we're going to bend the knees and just reach for that ankle. Again, try to keep the shoulders stacked and up. Same way you came down. Head, shoulders. Again, keep the knees facing forward. Open that top shoulder. And up. All right, now bend the knees. Again, keep the torso, that back neutral, so don't let the spine give you any extra flex. And turn the shoulders. So you're turning from the waist, keeping the hips square forward. And you're turning the other way. And start with the head, shoulders, upper torso. Again, head, shoulders, upper torso. Try to look as far back as you can towards that back wall. And center. All right. Let's go ahead and turn one foot to the side. The other foot you can space it out a little further. So I probably got about 2-3 feet between my feet. And go ahead and lift the arms. Make sure you don't lift the shoulders. You just, from that shoulder, lift the arms, the shoulder joint, just opening up underneath, abducting those arms away from the body, and then shift the rib cage out. So the rib cage pushes out. Again, you stay square to the front. Shoulders relax down. You can feel the shoulder blade of that outside shoulder should be pushing down into the back as you're sliding through. And then tilt and stretch. Again, try to stay open. You can let those palms face forward, gaze forward, push into the hip so you feel a stretch on that inner thigh for the front leg. Extend in each direction, up to the top, down to the bottom, hip out to the side. And let's come back up. Let the hips stack. Relax. We're going to roll those shoulders back. and forward. We're going to do that one more time. So first, inhale. Exhale, slide. Over, inhale. Exhale. Give me one inhale and exhale here. And you really reach in all those directions. And then inhale up. All the way. And all right. Go ahead and bend that leg. Relieve some of that tension counter. Just a little gentle. Down and up. And then go ahead and pivot that foot so that the back leg, the ankle goes right behind the toe. And do the same thing. Keeping that belly nice and firm. Keeping that front heel firmly down. And let's go back. So again, the outside edge of the foot facing the side. And just hands on the hips. Feel that back hip opening, then turn. All right, and let's come down. And just give me a big stretch. If you want to, that other foot can go back so that your hips can go as low as you're comfortable. Should feel that you should be able to kind of release here. If it's too difficult for you with that much load with the foot up, you can always bring the knee down. And really release. Just make it a little more of a stretch. And you have a little more load with that back leg straight. Don't forget to breathe. All right, so come on up. We're gonna pull up and switch feet. So again, get that same distance, except this time we're gonna turn this foot out. All right, so remember what we did before. The arms came out, find that positioning where the shoulders are relaxed down. Envision a little shelf underneath those arms, kind of supporting them. So they're nice and straight, but relaxed. Slide out. So slide the hip to the side. Try to keep those arms level at about 180 degrees. And then tilt. Turn the palms to the front, reach in each direction. So you're reaching up, reaching down with the other arm, reaching out with the hip. So you really feel a stretch in that inner thigh. So push into that hip. And spread the feet on the ground. And let's go. Back up. Relax down. Shoulders roll back. And forward. With our breath rhythm, inhale. Exhale, slide. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. One breath here. Exhale. And up. And up. And hands on the hip. Let's go ahead and again, just feel that, make sure that knee is tracking with the toe, which is going straight to the side. Feel this other side open up. You don't feel that opening, kind of that hip in the socket, then you can always kind of give yourself a little more distance. so that you really feel that stretch. All right, and let's go ahead and turn, just as we did before, and give ourselves a nice stretch on the front of that hip. So just kind of test it out, see how far you can go and you feel comfortable and supported, and you can give yourself a nice stretch. And let's turn it back. Come back to the side. So again, outer edge of the foot there. Slightly different angle of the stretch. Maybe able to go a little deeper this time. It's a little strength required here because you are using those muscles. And let's turn. And again, down and up. And on that last one, let's come down. Again, get to where you're comfortable. And again, that could mean you let the leg down. You just push those hips. Keeping that front heel down. Or it could mean that you stay here and you're really comfortable pushing those hips down as the back leg is extended. And load it. All right, let's put it down. Let's bring the other leg back. Get on the hands and knees, so knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Come on back. And get to wherever's comfortable for you. And let the upper body relax. Come back up. And back down. Reach out a little further. Reach that tailbone. Those hips for the heels. Come back up. You come a little further forward. And so I'm having a little push with the range of motion. Each up and down. Watch your wrists on that forward. So going a little further forward. So the shoulders are coming a little further forward. So if that's not comfortable, stop where it's comfortable. So it's really just kind of getting that hip joint lubricated. Stretching all the way back, reaching with the hips, and then coming forward. You can even lift that chin. Full roll through. Roll back. Roll through. We're going to do 2 more. Feel that in your shoulders. As the shoulders get a nice stretch here. Roll through. And back. One more time. This time, walk the hands in. And we're going to sit on the heels. And again, if this is uncomfortable for you, you can always grab a blanket. And go ahead and put a blanket or a pillow, whatever is most comfortable for you. And either roll it up and put it behind the knees or just sit on the blanket so that it's a little more comfortable for you. What we want to do is we want to stretch the top of the legs. You're going to be stretching the knees. If you feel any pain in the knees, then yeah, you want to find something that can kind of lift you up a little bit so it's not as much of a stretch. All right. So you really want to stack the hips, the shoulders, the ears. It should be one straight line. Pull the belly in firm, but keep breathing. Give me a couple of breaths here. Reach with the toes so you really feel the tops of the feet stretching as well. All right. Come on up. I want you just to bring one leg forward, the other leg back. And so you're just going to be on top of that leg. So really push the hips down to the heel. Reach with the other hip. So just like you do in the lunge, whatever back leg you have, that hip should be pulling down, opening up. And if you want to, you can come down over that front leg, onto the forearms. And again, you're stretching that quadricep a little bit more. Same thing, you're really flexing that knee. All right, and now we're gonna turn a little bit. You're gonna let the foot come to the inside. So I'll show you from this side. Then let it come to the inside. So that foot, the sole of the foot coming to the opposite hip. But again, you're trying to keep those hips square so you're not turning out. If that is too much for you, you can always lift up a little bit. Okay? But you still want that sole of the foot to the hip. So it's just a matter of how comfortable you feel going deep. So let's breathe a couple here. And then come on down if you're comfortable. Just kind of hitting, stretching those legs, those hips, the glutes from different angles. All right, let's roll onto that hip, that front hip. Go ahead and give me a 90-90. And turn so that you're right, so in line with the middle of the pelvis, and then just lean back. You'll feel a stretch in that back leg now, and the front leg can kind of relax a little bit. Try to relax the glutes and the pelvis. Keep supported in the middle body. Let things kind of open up. All right. So we're going to go ahead and do the other leg. So the other leg coming forward. Again, we're on top of that lower leg. And again, find your space. Maybe it's a little higher, because that's the way you can keep the hips square. If you find that when you're lower, you just kind of fall over, and you can bring it up. Everyone has a different comfort level here, and what you want to feel is you just want to feel like things are stretching. So if that happens for you earlier, higher, then go with it. You don't want to force anything. And come down. And rotate. Give me that foot in line with the back hip. And now we're pushing down. Really working at that outside of the front hip. Relaxing into it. And then really relaxing into it, coming down. Pushing the belly towards the thigh. Trying to keep those hips square so you're not offset in one side or the other. All right. Let's come into that 90-90 position. I'm just going to turn to face you. Find 90-90. 90 degrees, 90 degrees. Even up and then lean back. Again, supported, not just kind of falling into the arms, but lean back so that you can feel that rotation of the back leg. As you sit here, just try to relax everything, especially that pelvis, because you may be trying to, as the stretch happens, trying to control it. What you want to do is you want to let it happen. So track those glutes to offset it just yet. Let that little bit of discomfort happen so that the hip is opened up, lubricated. You're creating that tension that helps to build bone, but also maintain elasticity in those ligaments. All right, let's come on up. Let's come on down. So feet flat on the floor. We're just gonna roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Let the legs straighten out. So to stretch through the lower body, pull the core in. So pull that back to the floor as you relax. Now, of course, as you breathe, as you inhale, go ahead and let that belly expand. And then allow it to return, pushing down as you exhale. Release the arms, palms up by the side, wherever it's comfortable and just relaxing for you. Just kind of let the arms go limp, the legs. Feel the glutes just spread on the floor as you melt into it. Shoulder blades, the shoulders. The head. Take a couple of deep breaths here. The same scan of your body we did earlier, scan your body again and see if those areas of tension have dissolved. You feel any tingling, that can be good. It's not pins and needles. It should be kind of Feeling like things are being energized. More blood is circulating. All right, and with that, you can choose to gently return to your day, to your feet, or you can stay here for a moment and continue to recover, to breathe, perhaps even add on a little meditation. Whatever you choose, make sure it's the right thing for you. You can't go wrong. Thank you for joining Sunday Stretch. Enjoy your body and take a breath.